It is so cold out here. I am actually really excited to point something out to you guys. These are quite possibly the best fig cuttings I have ever received in the mail. Now, when I received these, I opened them up, and here's the deal, guys. I was blown away. First of all, I ordered one cutting. She sent me 5 cuttings, one variety that I did want, and 2 other varieties that I didn't know I wanted. So they came in this box. She had them in bubble wrap, and then they were individually wrapped in cellophane. You can see right here, she wrapped them in parafilm on both ends. They are thick. You guys know I love the thicker woody material for cuttings. They just root so much better. But these are exactly what I look for. There's multiple nodes on every single cutting, and it's just good, awesome, thick, woody material. Now, Natasha has a YouTube channel called Enlightenment Garden, and I'm going to put a link to that channel down in the description below. You guys really should go check it out. She's based out of Phoenix, Arizona, and so a little piece of my heart's there because I'm from Phoenix, Arizona originally. It's just a beautiful little garden she's created in her backyard, and she grows some of the neatest little fruiting plants and trees and some of the best fig varieties. And because it's Phoenix, Arizona, they ripen. The main crops ripen. And so it's really fun to watch that channel and see how some of these figs will develop in the right climates. Go to her channel right now. She just posted a video, I think it was yesterday, on how she roots fig cuttings, and it was really neat to see. You can see exactly the type of material that she takes, like I just showed you here, how she prepares them, and then how she roots them. And when you get done watching that one, go on to some of her other videos where she's sitting out in her garden through the summer and through the fall, picking just the fruits that are growing on her wonderful trees out there. And I think you guys will really enjoy those videos that she's got. All right, now, having said all of that, we've got a little bit of talking to do. Let's head out and see what this cold snap, hard freeze did to some of these figs. First of all, isn't that just a beautiful sight? We got the sun peeking through, and a lot of this snow is still sticking out here. So I don't know when all this is gonna thaw, but today it's 25 degrees. We never got below 20 degrees here, and I've had figs survive in pots down to 12 degrees in my area. So I'm happy to tell you guys that we survived the Great Freeze. And one thing that I did notice that it's fine, it's not the biggest deal in the world, but I have some varieties out here that are a little more tender. One of them is Martinenca Ramada, and I was telling somebody, we got snow falling off the roof there. I was telling someone that it died back to the ground already. When I was out here doing those cuttings, and I showed you guys that, when it was just starting to snow, I noticed that Martinenca Ramada had died back to the ground. It was, the wood material was just real gooey, and you could tell it was done above ground. I'm hoping that one bounces back and recovers. I don't know if it's gonna. It's pretty cold out here, and that's a more tender variety. I do have one backup in a 7-gallon pot. I think it's a 7-gallon pot over in the hoop house. So we've got a little bit of a backup situation there, but you never know. These things do pretty well underground. The roots, it didn't get below 20 here, and I've had these things survive in colder temps. So we'll see what happens with that. The other one was the Ben's Golden Riverside. I just rooted that cutting and actually made a video about that one. If I can find it, I'll put a link down in the description there. But the Ben's Golden Riverside that I rooted last year, I planted right out in this orchard, so it wasn't very old, didn't have a lot of substance to the stalk yet, and it died back to the ground. So we'll see if that one springs back. I did, however, get a lot of material off of my Ben's Golden Riverside on this plant here. Now here's the deal with this one. I originally got this from Ben. We did a trade, and he lives about an hour north of me, so it was real easy. We just ship plants back and forth. But he grafted this, and as I told you guys before, when I'm planting my orchard out there, and this, I may be wrong about this in the end, but we're gonna find out. This is all experimental anyway, and it's a lot of fun learning, but I don't want to plant grafted figs out in my orchard. The reason is, if material dies back to the ground and new shoots come up from below, then I'm never going to know what variety I have, and they're not going to be true to what I want. So if they don't survive out there in the open, in the ground, then I really don't want them out in my orchard, and they're just going to be more for, you know, growing in a covered, sheltered area for fun. So I haven't planted this one out yet. There goes more snow, because it's grafted, but it's been in this pot for a long time and it's developed a ton of good material. Everything from here up is all Ben's Golden Riverside, and I took some nice fat material off of that. I think I ended up with 3 huge cuttings that were really woody and nice looking for rooting. Now here's the Martin Inca Ramada that I've got to replace the one that died back out there, and you can see something is getting in here. I think it must be more mice, and they're chewing some of the little leaves, or maybe those were even figs. I think I had some figs on there. They're chewing, actually I did. They chewed the figs off. Actually, there they are. They chewed them and then they fell to the ground. I did have some Martin Inca Ramada figs growing on that guy. Look at that striped fig, the striation in there. I love that look. They were so young, and you know, they never fully developed before it started freezing, but real stout, nice stalk there. I think this is actually in a 5-gallon pot here, and some nice growth here. I might take this cutting and see what I can do with it, but this is not grafted. Everything in this pot is all Martin Inca Ramada. I don't know what it is about this variety, but I just find it so beautiful, and I always want to make sure I have it here and preserve it. So I've always got backups of that one. But anyway, those 2 died back to the ground out in the orchard, but we've got them in here. And this one, I've actually got cuttings in the fridge, and I've got one that I've shown you guys rooting inside the house right now. So there it is, just a quick little update with what's going on after the freeze. It didn't get as bad as we thought it was going to get. I am actually really relieved by that, because you know, if I wanted to live in a climate that was 0 degrees or colder, I would move to a climate that was that cold. I really enjoy our mild climate for the most part, and really don't want those hardcore freezes around here. So just a little update. Hope you enjoyed it. Go check out Natasha's channel, Enlightenment Garden. I'll have that link down below. Really cool little channel. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Happy New Year. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you in the next video. Adios.